All right, welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling something that is absolutely crucial in modern software architecture. I mean, if you've ever found yourself wondering how these massive, large-scale applications handle rivers of data without, losing it or accidentally processing the same thing twice, well, you're in exactly the right place. We are going to master message delivery semantics in event-driven systems. So here's a question for you. Can a system actually guarantee perfect delivery? Think about it. Over a highly unpredictable, messy network where servers just crash out of nowhere and connections drop all the time, is perfect delivery really a thing? It's kind of a provocative thought, right? It really challenges our base assumptions about network reliability. So let's dive right in and see exactly how systems handle all this chaos. Here's how we're going to break it down today. First, we'll look at the mail delivery analogy. Then we'll go behind the broker to look at commit timing. Third, we'll uncover the exactly once myth, followed by mastering the idempotency key. And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with trade-offs and use cases. All right, part one, the mail delivery analogy. To really wrap our heads around these concepts, let's just use a real-world analogy. Think of the postal service. So consider our first guarantee, at most once delivery. Imagine your local postman delivering your mail. In this specific model, the postman might actually just lose your letter. It could literally blow away in the wind. Boom, gone forever. But the one thing they guarantee is that they will never, ever deliver that exact same letter to your house twice. So the message might be lost, but it is never duplicated. Now contrast that with the second model, at least once. With this postman, your letter is absolutely guaranteed to arrive. They will not lose it. But because they are just so determined to make sure you get it, if they're even slightly unsure whether you received it, they're just going to send another copy. So the letter arrives, but sometimes you might get it twice. In our event-driven systems, this means duplicate deliveries are completely normal. It's just part of the deal. And finally, we have what everybody thinks is the holy grail, exactly once. This is where the letter arrives once and only once, absolutely no matter what goes wrong. No lost letters, no duplicate letters. Sounds perfect, right? Well, it sets up a really fascinating tension regarding how we actually pull this off in practice, especially since, as we know, real-world networks are incredibly messy. Which brings us to part two, behind the broker, commit timing. So how do these delivery rules actually work under the hood? Well, it all comes down to this tiny but incredibly important shift in a message broker's commit timing. It completely changes your system's reliability. Take at most once. In this case, the consumer commits the message before it actually processes the business logic. If the consumer crashes right after committing, well, that message is lost forever. Now compare that to at least once. Here, the consumer processes the logic first and only commits after it's successfully done so. Let's walk through that at least once flow step by step, because it's super important. First, we read the message. Second, we process the business logic. And third, we commit back to the broker. This exact sequence is basically the workhorse model for most microservice event flows out there, like order processing or asynchronous orchestrations. But here's the catch, and this is a totally vital concept to grasp. What happens if the consumer completes step 2, processing the actual business logic, but then it crashes right before step 3? Well, because it never sent that commit, the broker just assumes the message failed. So what does it do? It redelivers the exact same event. The event isn't lost, but this right here is exactly why duplicates happen, and it's why they are just a totally normal part of event-driven systems. All right, let's move on to part 3, the exactly once myth. Okay, this brings us to a major senior level paradigm shift. You see, exactly once is usually an effect guarantee, not a literal delivery guarantee. Actually, let me emphasize that. In system architecture, exactly once doesn't mean the network literally transmits the packet only one single time. There's no magic network cable. Instead, it means the system simply appears to apply the effect only once, even if the broker retries the delivery multiple times under the hood. It does this using tools like Kafka transactions or specific database constraints. So how do we do that? That leads us to part 4, mastering the idempotency key. If duplicates are totally normal in at least once delivery, but we really want that exactly once effect, how do we bridge the gap? Well, we do it by mastering the idempotency key. It's an elegant trick. You just take the incoming events ID and you store it in a processed events table that has a strict uniqueness constraint. Then you apply your actual business operation inside that exact same database transaction. If a duplicate event comes knocking,
The database insert just conflicts. The consumer safely skips applying the side effect again, which gives you a beautiful exactly once effect writing right on top of at least once delivery.
To put that into perspective, this is exactly how things work in high-stakes scenarios, like payment processing. I mean, nobody wants to get paged at 3 a.m. to explain why a customer was charged twice, right? If a payment message arrives more than once, your consumer just uses that event ID deduplication we talked about. The wallet update only happens once. That prevents a completely disastrous second financial debit, and it makes network retries perfectly 100% safe. Which brings us to our final section, Part 5. Trade-offs and use cases. Because, as we all know, in software engineering, you always have to choose the right tool for the right job. At most once. It's simple, it's blazing fast, but data loss is definitely possible. It's a great fit for things like telemetry or logs, where losing a couple of events here and there is totally fine. Just never ever use it for customer orders. Then we have at least once. It's reliable, it's practical, and honestly, it's the best default for real-world systems, assuming you actually build those idempotent consumers. Finally, exactly once. It gives you the absolute strongest correctness, but man, it is highly complex and expensive to maintain. You really want to reserve that for high-value domains like financial ledgers or billing systems. All right, I want to leave you with a final thought today. Do your current systems safely handle duplicate events? Really think about the code you wrote last week, or that architecture you're sketching out today. Are you committing before or after processing? Are your consumers actually idempotent? Take these patterns, apply them to your own code bases, and use them to absolutely ace your next backend system design interview. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy building.